God damn, did this build hurt my brain. But here we are, we have the Starfield non-modded build of an N1 Starfighter, obviously made famous by Din Djarin, the Mandalorian. If it's good enough for a Mandalorian bounty hunter who doesn't do any bounty hunting, it's good enough for me, for breaking into the Crimson Fleet. I like the dagger, don't get me wrong, the dagger was a really fun build, I like the colours on it, but I want something that screams TOD, you know? Something that is fitting for a man of his station, a smuggler's ship. Okay, this isn't a smuggler's ship because we don't have a lot of cargo and none of it is shielded, but I wanted to build the N1. I think I have just about done it within the confines of Starfield unmodded on a console, with a few little personalised tweaks here and there. So I figured we'd just quickly run over it, so you guys know what's there. Usually you see me build it and put it together, but this one I just spent hours. I've been here for like 4 hours just trying to piece by piece put it together. So the big question, why have I used what I've used? I wanted this fighter design, but I wanted these engines. So these are the SA4330 engines. I love these. I love the look of them. I think, and when they're firing, I think they look really cool. Arguably, you could say that that looks cooler. I might even be inclined to agree with you. But I figured we will go with Class A engines to get as much speed as we can out of this thing, because we are going to be dodging the law. And off the back of that idea, I thought, right, well, how do I build the engines then? That was the start of this. So we had the 3, we were always going to have the 3, and I wanted some sort of structure-like thing on the top and the bottom to link it in, but then there wasn't really any room for the landing gear. So I thought about landing gear, what can I do? And I really wanted something that had big thrust. And I thought, well, the Argo's got the NG20s, so we went and picked up some of those, and obviously we have little bits of basically structural stuff. It doesn't really add anything to it, but it finishes it off for me. So repeating the Nova cowling, it's a nice piece this actually, and then the extender there for the top side, just to give it a bit of an angle. So I had this overall frame in my mind, and the engine started out double the size. At one point I had two 2x1 habs in this gap, and it just looked too big for what I was wanting to do. And if I'm being honest, I didn't need any more habs than I already had in the main body of the ship. And I couldn't be bothered to go to Hub Deck to get the hab struts to do this. So I stuck with the engine braces and filled in the gaps, shortened the engines, filled in the gaps with nothing flash really. 1200 cargo and the 500T HE3 tank. It gives me a total jump distance, because the engines are a carbon copy. I've just flipped it basically. Gives me a total jump distance fuel wise of 420, which is quite nice. And then I found these Nova thruster arrays. I don't know what they do, but we've got them on the strut there, on the landing gear and on the fuel. They probably just push air out as we spin, and I thought it might be a cool effect while we're flying around. So that's basically the engine. I thought about doing other things with this, but I really do like this breaker engine, and I think that the cowling actually finishes off quite nicely with it. Obviously, weapon mount with extra weapons. May as well touch on the weapons then while we're here, because they're a big part of the ship. I wanted it to feel like it really hit hard, and I've been finding that having just one set of weapons, no matter how good they are, just one set just doesn't feel... I don't know, it doesn't feel like enough at this point in the game. Not that it's really causing a problem, but when you're against 4 and you're constantly firing, it's nice to have an extra set of weapons. So I've just gone for 2 of these because we are on a B-class reactor, as you'll see. But I've got two HE-49 cannons, slower firing, which I'm happy with, but they're there really once the shield is popped. They're just to hit the hull a couple of times and take out the ship. And we've gone with my new favourite, the very fast firing Vanguard Obliterators. 6 of those, because obviously. And then just a single HE-49 over there as well. So this stuff is more advanced. As you can see, starship design is needed. I think there's one of these needs piloting and starship design rank 4. Reactor, I've gone with a class B because I wanted it to be that small sort of 1x1 square size, and I wanted it to look, if you know the Mandalorian's N1, it has almost like a hot rod style engine popping out the front of the ship, and I wanted to try and emulate that with something, and this reactor just sort of fit. And it's 39 power generated, so obviously I've got the extra 5, so that puts me up to 44. Means that I can have extra weapons, I can have good gear, and everything can be powered. I don't need to mess around with it, so that's really nice. Shield, again, my favourite. Always going for the 28T Defender. It's a Class B, it's got a nice regen rate of 7%, and it's a very strong shield. There's nowhere for me to put it. Everything is so kind of... Could it go down there? Maybe? No. No, there's nowhere for me to put it. I'd love it to not have to be on the side. But it's just stuck on there. It kind of looks like it's stuck on the side of the reactor, to be fair. But it's fairly central and it's out the way, and that will do. And then obviously the engine is just a carbon copy. Over on this side, grav-wise, again, we're restricted to Class B, which isn't a problem. Like, we have a 27 light-year jump range. Most of my ships end up around that. It doesn't really feel like a problem. We've got lots of fuel, so we'll be fine. I'm not overly worried about it. The rest of it really is just the finishings. These Hope Tech struts, the pipes, kind of give that extended tail. It isn't perfect. This is probably my least favourite part of the ship. And I'd be quite inclined to maybe get rid of it, do something else, or just have it looking more like a skimmer than anything else, and not have that tail. But the actual ship itself has the tail, and in the Mandalorian series it is a very modified ship, and there is maybe not all of the plating that should be on it. So this kind of emulates that half constructed or half finished style, where you've stripped out a lot of the weight and stuff like that to try and get as much speed out of it as possible. And that also fits how I design my ships as well. So that's kind of nice. We have a storeroom. What is it? Yeah, that's the storeroom. And then we have a companionway and another storeroom down there. It's a storeroom for some reason. Leading into... where are we? The infirmary and the armory, of course. That's how we enter the ship from the front there. Again, just really to get that angle in of the actual ship design on the nose. But the Nova 6, the NG6 landing bay fits because it's a nice central part for obviously landing gear, which is what these bays serve as. But it's also a top, like a top loading. You enter from the top, so it means that I can just have that. And if we go underneath, there's just cowling here and one of the NG20 struts, but this cowling, it just finishes it off. It gives it the body shape, and it means that I don't have to have another hab stuck here to then add more ladders and more ladders. We can just go straight in from the landing bay, and it's a one and done, which is cool. No engineering on this build. I did try and get engineering in, but it pushed this layer out a little bit too far for me. So I figured we would just go with the armory and the infirmary, and then we go up to the captain's quarters. I always need a captain's quarters. Where's the captain going to sleep? Well, it says captain, it's more pilot. As you can see here, this is a crew of 2, which means just me, probably. Potentially somebody else if I want. And then we've got the Diamio enhanced cockpit. This is going to change. This isn't the final bit, but I wanted to just get this down, get something recorded so you could have a look, and then we'll do a little bit of flying around with it and change some of these parts. So this cockpit, really I was looking at a couple of different ones, but if you know the ship itself, this fits. It is a again, it's kind of like the Viper. The pilot sits in very much the middle of the body of the ship. Obviously with this the engines are on the sides, whereas at the back. But that fits, the style, the design fits, and it actually finishes it off quite well. This, we've had to build it like this, so there's an extra ladder there, purely because you enter the cockpit from the side there. It's not underneath or anything like that. So it works. I don't know what this one looks like. As I say, we're going to change it, but we are going to do a ship tour next. I just wanted to sort of get something down on paper, and then I ended up building the whole thing before I press record. And I've been at this for hours. Absolute hours. So this is, I mean, yeah, if you want to build this yourself, I don't know why you would. You'd probably put little tweakings and things like that. But yeah, it's fairly straightforward looking at it from the video. You can always pause it and put it in. I was just messing around. I wanted to build a new ship, and I ended up with this. Before we go anywhere, we've got to do the colouring, so we could... We're not going to, but just as a nod to the first movie. Well, not the first movie, but episode 1. So that has saved it. You could go yellow and do the classic. It even changes the pipes. Right, okay. So if you really wanted to, you could go yellow. But as I say, it helps if I press the right buttons. We're not going to do yellow. You know me, I like my black. We'll see what it's like with a touch of yellow, actually. That's too much yellow. I'm not a lover of yellow, personally. Tell you what, let's go black. And then let's pick out certain little elements that we can probably afford to tweak the colours on, and we'll tweak that third colour just to tie things in together. We also have you there, you there. We have something under here as well. Maybe those two, we see what happens. Might as well have the Docker as well. So if we... I might go red. I might go with the red. Fits in with the Crimson Fleet. But I just love black and red. That's the Mass Effect in me. Better. They always look so much better when you... These as well. They always look so much better once you colour them. Is that too much red? I guess it isn't. Might be on these. That's a lot of red on the front. It hits you in the face. Not necessarily a bad thing. But if I add you black... Oh, now that's got potential. That's probably better, isn't it? I feel like we are... No, I'm trying to select that. It just needs to be a touch longer. That's the problem with this game. 40 meters just doesn't seem to fit any of the ships that I try and replicate. Oh, that's 3 meters long, right? Okay. I tell you what then, we'll leave it at that. I wasn't expecting that. How long is that out of interest? No, keep it like that. I just think it's got... And I was umming and ahhing about having it as a 3-tier, sort of 3-level engine. But I just think it works. I think from the back it's going to look really cool. See so many guns on this thing. But also if it's flying at you, you're probably not going to see it because of all the black on it. But I just think it looks a little aggressive, doesn't it? I like it. Let's pay for it. It's so expensive. Everything in this game is so expensive. It's a good job they throw money at you. So this is, as I've said, it is inspired by Mandalorian's, the Din Djarin N1, but it is the N1 Starfighter from episode 1. This is the Shadow Claw. I should maybe make it my home ship. And then we can go and have a little look around it and see if the ladders have actually worked. This gave me the idea for some of it as well, because I think the Star Eagle looks really nice. It's a very nice ship. I might tweak it. We might do a build video on that. So that's the dagger. Hopefully you've seen the dagger build. And it works. It's extended. It's serviceable. It just doesn't... There's a lot that I like, but also I just don't like those engines. Love how the colours turned out though. And that was going to be my sneak into the Crimson Fleet ship, but I think this is cooler. I need to sort cargo and all that rubbish because we are very cargo intensive. That is the home ship, right? So why is the cargo suddenly just saying... Wow, we've taken all the cargo from the Kepler T, which has a almost 600k with the perks, and we can still store it all. We're going to have to cut down the crew, but as I've said, the Crimson Fleet, once we get there, those missions is just going to be TOD on his own. Okay, we're going to have a bit of an issue with overhang. Pretty much everywhere we go. Does this work? How would I fix it then? How would we... That works. I quite like that. Having the single strut in there. Okay, so what if one of those went and we just pushed that back? I'd be okay with that. A lot of the time these builds is just, okay, now we've got a cool idea, or now we've got a cool ship design. We need to... I don't see why you can't... I don't understand why that... That is maybe the right length. For what it is, that's maybe the right length. I'm okay with that. We just need to tweak that and then I'm happy. I'm actually very happy with this. I really like the 3-tier engines. Yeah, okay. That's our thruster, port thrusters. Let's board and we'll do a slow walk up to the cockpit, which is right at the top.
The interior of this ship comforting.
So this is going to be busy because we don't have enough room for everyone. Straight into the armory, we've got our... Yeah, we've got our mannequins there, and then armory and weapony stuff. Have our infirmary.
So, I hear you've been making yourself pretty useful around the ship, Cora.
I have, Dad.
I think I might get rid of the infirmary and put in a weapon bench. Oh, sorry, a workstation.
Great job, String. I'm proud of you. What do you say we get...
Then we go through to the storeroom, where we jump up.
Still fits, Dad. And I love it. Now, a new book.
This is my captain's
Stuck in
quarters.
the same place.
Your ship is way bigger than Dad's.
This one's smaller. You say that every time.
Oh, weird.
I'm okay with this. Yeah, this isn't bad. Wish that these consoles would do something. Got a navigation console there because I don't think there is one on the bridge. My only concern is getting up there. Suppose we can do it that way. When we have boost. You know what? I think we'll just... Oh, now we've broken it. I think we'll just climb the ladder. This might need some work. Or I could just climb the ladder. It's not that much of a problem. Which is our storeroom there, and then onto the bridge. You know what? Don't think I've ever seen this bridge before. It's very minimalist. Very minimalist. I don't think I mind it. Oh, it's a very nice open... Right, let's have a seat. Oh, this is a nice, very nice bridge. Okay, yeah, well, let's... ladders. Do I want to address the ladders or not? Because I could.
Oh! Need a moment to walk that off?
I think I'll address the ladders. It might be a good idea. Right, so let's get into this a little bit then. Modify. I like this. I like how that works. So if we keep you, let's just move you off there for a second. I mean, the easiest way is just to flip that. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's turn you into a workshop. That's very long as well, isn't it? So we have you there. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm all right with that. I think that'll work. So we'll check that. It's depending on how we deal with this. Because... so that went all along, and then we had the storeroom there. So what we could do is turn that into a storeroom. Right, workshop. With how the workshop fits. Right, okay, so... right, so I don't... This is why it's taken me so long. That doesn't flip, does it? No. That's annoying. Right, what is going to be the plan then? Because we have... turn that into a companionway. The workshop can go there. So that will put the ladder there. Into the captain's quarters. So you would go up. Workshop there. Companionway. Maybe? And then that goes back. I think that works. I'm not sure. But I think that works. Here's something else I wanted to just try. I like that cargo because it does sort of fit with what we were doing, but... oh, okay. That's fine. You know what I'm like with 100 mobility. It's stupid. I know it's stupid. I could strip so many other things out, but... what would happen if we put them on there to finish that off? It's more just a colour break, so it's not just a blob of silver. I think that that's okay. So it should go there, then up there, then there. I think that needs to be a storeroom then. I mean, it doesn't really matter either way. I think that works. Let's go test it. What am I paying for? What did I change? Oh, we added 2 new things, didn't we? Yes, so that solved that issue. We can now just walk up there without getting in trouble. It's right on the edge. That still works for me. I'm still happy with that. What was the other change we made structurally? Yeah, that's fine. I'm not worried about that. That's purely decorational. So let's go test out how this works. There is a better cockpit that we're going to go and get. I'm saying that so I remember myself, not reminding you guys. So...
Oh good. Story time. Love it.
Help. That hasn't worked.
I must confess, the hum of a grav drive.
Why are we just staring at a door? I'm okay with that. I'm not going to argue with that. Right, Habs. We need to probably strip them out and then rebuild it so that they link in instead of just throwing stuff in. Right, so take all of that and then let's take them. They're not even, they don't even look aligned. Oh, I know why. That's fine, that all works. We know that that's correct. So we want... That works, so you go up there. And then you go along there. Would that do? I don't know if that does it. I still haven't got my head around. After all these videos, I have no clue how half this works. I just throw things together and see what happens. We'll see. I feel like that was too easy. There should be one drop, so I don't break my leg. I just want to fly. Yeah, we might need to tweak some of this. So we should have one... No, it's still two.
Always a pleasure.
I want to hear one of my stories? Or do you have one to tell me?
Is it because it's storerooms? Am I putting storerooms in where I don't want storerooms? Is that what I'm doing? Because a storeroom blocks off an end section. It's why I don't normally use them. Right, that is fine. I think that is fine. What I want is that. To go there. I want a way of locking off elements of this. I don't think I'm going to get my head around this. I know there's a way. I just don't know what the way is. Might be something that I have to just trial and error, but I don't know what else I can do. Well, what's this now? So we come up into the armory, we go into... Still 2 ladders. I hate ladders. So where does that go? That is directly into the captain's quarters, which doesn't link anywhere else. Oh, what have I done? In my head, how this building should be is there's ladders wherever you put things together to link them together, but as soon as you put a companionway or a storeroom, so that companionway, well, let that go. Is it just putting things on there first? Because they're both companionways. That should just sync up, and then that goes off there. And then that is all just basically one piece. So that has all of the ladders there. So I want that to be a ladder. I want that to be a ladder. I don't want that to link in from the bottom. But there's no way of stopping these, is there? So, right, so if we had that like that, let's chuck them back on there. Give me that. So, you would come in through there, up a ladder there, along to the companionway, and then up into the storeroom there. That is how that functions. So in my head, we drop that into there, and that just becomes a through. Let's try it. It's a good job I'm really looking forward to flying this thing, or I would be starting to consider sacking this off. Right. Very nice bridge. One ladder.
Sometimes I just want to
how is there a ladder in both? How is there a ladder in...
You've got my undivided attention.
Okay. So this isn't working. Let's go back to the original. So you go all the way down the ship. You go up. So close. We were so close. We almost had this perfect. I'm just gonna have to use a ladder, aren't I? We should be down to one ladder. It's a bigger ladder than I would like, but we should be down to one ladder. Has this worked? That is the question. There's no ladders in this bay. There is no ladders in this bay. And then we have...
I hope Cora doesn't get too much underfoot.
So, what's new with you today?
I can't think of any other way of doing this. Apart from getting rid of the captain's quarters on that level.
You need something?
But we'd still need two. For this cockpit, we'd still need two ladders up. Right, we'll go with that. We'll go with
Reading
it.
good books lately?
I'll think, and if I come back and I tweak anything, I'll do a little update. But I think that it's time to take off, isn't it? I want to take off.
Ready here. Cora's good too.
You keep installing new cool things in your ship. It's like Christmas every day.
It sort of takes off like the N1 as well.
Orbital insertion complete. You may now move freely about the cabin.
Right, let's put everything in engines, everything in shields. Let's max out. She's fast.
Dusty! Dusty!
I hope you're having a good day.
So far it's pretty good. What is that shot? Oh my god, why is the shot of my... Wait, that's I thought that was my arm, but that's Andreja walking. She is standing on my chest while I'm trying to fly my ship. Right, okay. Whenever we go to grav jump, all I'll do is pull from the engines and throw it in there. Okay, so where are we gonna go? We need a fight, right? We need to do some...
I will never get tired of that.
That's someone.
They've got no shields. Go get them.
That's the wrong thing.
Their grab drive.
Crimson Fleet, level 24.
Get their grab drive. Now you're not pestering the captain, right, Cora?
Unknown vessel.
Oh.
You think I'm a pest?
You being...
It's fine. It's fine. I don't care. Everybody shut up.
book collection fund I heard about.
Don't you always say?
All I wanted was a fight. And as soon as we got a fight, it's over straight away. Alright, finally got some hostile activity. Did that say level 55? Alright, what have we got? Oh, ecliptic, nice. One down. Two down. Oh, I like that it's in an asteroid field as well. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Alright, take him down.
Their shield system finished.
I'm not entirely sure that the ballistics is doing much for us. Thanks for the credits though. It was only 3, there were higher levels, I think. I mean, we clipped it. We don't turn as fast as I'd like. But that was good. In an asteroid field. It felt pretty good. The Falsia. There's nothing there I want. We dispatched them very quickly. I am very tempted to tweak the ballistics for some other pulse. Right, we're back on this screen, you know it very well. We're going to do some tweaking and stuff. We're here on the Neon Tayo dealership. They are the same, right? So how much better is this? It's a lot heavier. But I'm okay with it. We don't have that red. That's right though. I'm pretty sure. What else were we going to look at changing? Yeah, the weapons. They're just not that good. They don't excite me that much. Do you have any different fuel tanks? No, I think the fuel tanks are fairly universal looking at them. That's what we've got on. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm happy with the gear. I'm happy with the grav drive. I think it's that, 36. Yeah, it's that. Habs I'm not messing with. Reactor... What reactor have we got? That's 39. So you don't have anything like that. Right, okay, good to know. Shield... excuse me. Shields are fine. So hard to pick up. Could that be better? maybe... I don't love any of them, to be fair, but maybe. Yeah, that's more like a fin. Yeah, okay, so that's an improvement. Ladders and stuff, like, just to mess around with the ladders, I think what I'm gonna have to do is something... well, something very drastic. And that's redesign the whole thing. And I don't really want to do that, if I'm honest. I can't get away with... There is a way. There is a way. So, you link into the armory, don't you? Yeah, you do. That's the way. We just shorten it by 1. And then that's the only connection to there. And that connects workshop. Captain's quarters. And then it's done. And that's probably more in keeping with the actual design of the ship, because that's shorter, that extends that a little bit. That would be there anyway. Yeah, okay. Alright, okay. That's it. Job done. I was overthinking it. What about cargo? Have you got any nice new cargoes? I think that's the best cargo we're going to find, isn't it? $1,000 for 212. I think they all just break down at the same weight. Yeah, there's no way that I can work that in. I probably don't need to be honest. The other thing I was tempted to change is this front. And now I don't have all of my bits here. That probably overhangs too much, does it? Yes, it does. What does that do? That probably... there, that sticks out. I think I've tried that before. I don't think I've got much option. I do like that. In fact, let's go Let's bring it back, because I do like that. There isn't anything Nova-y. I mean, there's not anything here anyway. No. We'll have a think on that. That might work, but I do like how they fit in there. I think that works really nicely. Because we've shrunk that a little bit, that takes that to 35. Can we get away with doing that as well? No, it's shrunk. I still think that's too far forward. I don't think it'll let me. Oh, I'm not on Crete either, so I can't exactly go and easily check it. Let's get rid of them. It's going to be Class B. There's a lot of Class B stuff here. It's probably them. Although they are ridiculously good. Are they max power 3? Yeah, we'll have 2 of them. Super fast firing guns. So we could do 4 of them. That's what I've had on the Argo, I think. In fact, is it better to have 6 of them and 3 of them? No, we'll go with that. Because I'm happy with how these operate. And I'm happy with how many of them we can use. I think everything else is okay. We have shortened it quite a bit. But it still works. We've got a better... God, that bridge is expensive. We've done weapons and things as well, so yeah, maybe it isn't. Is it too short? But then it is quite a long... The back end of it is very long. Oh, I'm happy with that. We'll see how it is when we go and check the ship. Because I've got to run all the way.
Be careful out there. Neon never sleeps.
Oh, what's the easiest way out of here? I can't fast travel while I'm indoors, can I? Alright, bear with me. We're going to run, we're going to see how it is. In fact, this is probably the easiest way out. No, not that one. I don't think that'll work actually. We know this works and we'll get a nice walk up to the ship to have a little look. My only concern is how we've pulled the cargo bay forward. This takes so long. Wow, that's bright.
Kill for a cup of coffee right about now.
So it looks okay right now. We need to check the ladders as well, actually. The ladder situation. We should be able to tell on the circle if we're over the circle. Which we are, but it might not be the end of the world. That looks too stubby. As well, that's far too stubby. Let's check the interior. I think I'm gonna tweak it and change it back to how it was with the new Teo stuff. But I think I'm gonna tweak it.
Say the word, and we shall be on our way.
Okay, so we're in through the armory into the workstation. We have a ladder at the back.
Good to be out and about. Lodge gets stuffy sometimes.
We have captain stuff. Storeroom. Yeah, we've solved it. Straight onto the bridge. That should be exactly the same. Yes, it is. Yeah, we've solved it. That works, because then I can just drop down, sleep, drop down. What's this one? I don't like this crap here.
If I can help you with anything, just say the word.
Yeah, I'm going to change these habs.
Is there a way to go faster than the speed of light? And none of that grav tech cheating?
I'm going to change the habs as well. But that's basically it. There's a couple of little things that I want to do. I can't. Why have I just done that? Game, what is going on? Right, behave. Let's go back to Crete. I'm hoping we can make the jump, actually. We've not tested this yet. Narian. There might even be a fight. Oh, the Argo. There she is. That's an old picture of the Argo, I think. Oh, it just takes us straight there. Right, okay, fair enough. Alright, let's tweak this stuff. Because... modify. I am not in love with that. It's the habs more than anything else. The Teo Captain's Quarters is fine. It's that Captain's Quarters, the... whatever it's called. That I don't love. Let's throw a Teo on. Teo... probably a middle. Or a bottom. Yeah, we'll do a bomb. Well, I've done that wrong. It's fine. It's fine for now. Color. Still hasn't changed its color, has it? Why does it not? Right, I'll tell you what, let's do it this way. Tag you, tag you, tag you. You know what? Chuck a Stroud in there. Right, that is selected. Give me that. Make everything black. Yeah, that works. Job done. Right, fine. I want to do that. I am going to have to tweak that. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. Right, okay. So that has extended that. I'm happy with that. That looks better. It is 39 meters. That's fine. What else was I going to change? That was it, wasn't it? Oh, we were going to have a look at... Ooh. No. There is a Demos breaker. No. See, it's tough. That's probably going to stick out. If I put you there... That sticks out too far anyway. Does that work? No. It's got to be something that links both of them in. And that isn't any of this stuff. I mean, potentially that. Just doesn't do it as well. No, we're keeping with that. I like that. I think it does work. I think we can get away with that. Let's see how that all sits. And if the cargo bay is broken again. Definitely can't do anything else. I'm happy with everything. Actually gonna... tweak that colour. Trust me, it works. I'm tempted to change this other hab as well. I just can't remember what the other armies look like. No, we'll go with it. Yeah, it's broken. I knew it would be. It's just the positioning of the bay. Alright, so if that's the problem... What happens if it gets changed? I don't love it. It's too big. That might work. Yeah, okay, we'll go Demos. I think it pulls it further forward. I think it's just a slightly longer one. That might be my imagination. But I think that works. Actually, if I just select that and then we colour 3, let's make you. Yeah, no, that does throw up another problem. It's not a problem as such, but it does throw up a question, let's say. Because there is these. Is it that? No, it's that. I think it's a hard pass on that one, don't you? I like this because it looks like it links into these as well, and it fills out this middle section quite nicely. I would love all of this to look like it meets, but I can't do that. I think that's it. I think we're done. So much messing around, or quite a lot of faffing, but we have tweaked, we have changed, we have amended, and I think we're finally there. TOD's N1 Starfield build. Heavily armoured, very fast, heavily armed, sorry, very fast. And just... yeah, rather nice to look at, I think. I'm done. Stop messing around. It looks great. I'm very happy with it. If I was doing these as 2 engines, I would have gone with a much more traditional, and this is where the build started. I would have gone with a much more traditional breaker engine. But because of these, going with these engines, going with the A's, and I can have 3 of them, and I wanted 3 of them on the wing. No, stop it. Stop it, you've made your choice. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with this. Yeah, spent too many credits trying to get it done. But I like how it looks. The cargo bay is now not broken. We can just run up it. And I kind of like this cockpit as well. I didn't realise how open and how good the visibility was. Yeah, I think we have captured the feeling of the N1 Starfighter with this build. And that's what I was setting out to do.
Time to push some cheese.